If you are struggling with being single, I have got some valuable information to share with you today. If you watch all the way to the end, I think you will find value in every single point that I have today. And I think you will be on your way to being happy and whole as a single person. Welcome to Treu Sovereignty, where we are mastering our minds so we can reclaim our peace. My channel is about sharing hard truths, mental health, existential crises. So join me if that type of stuff interests you. And philosophy as well. So if that type of stuff interests you, feel free to like, share, and subscribe, especially if you find value in this video, and we can help get this video out to others who are also struggling with being single. So a little bit of background from where I come from. I struggled with serial monogamy for 15 years. Yes, you heard that right, 15 years. I was switching from relationship to relationship, and in between that time, if I didn't have a relationship, I was constantly dating or sleeping with people because I was afraid to be alone, and I really wanted to find the one. But I didn't realize that first I needed to take care of something very important, and that was being okay with myself. I'm at the point now where it's been a year, a little over a year that I've been single. This is the first time I've been totally single in my life for over a year now. And I want to tell you how I did it. I want to tell you how I finally became okay with being single without searching for somebody else. There's going to be 4 ways that I became happy single. So I'll try to break it down for you in a smooth way. Number 1, you're not going to like this, but I got off the dating apps. I was on the dating apps because I figured, let me at least make myself available and open. But no, the dating apps made me feel like shit. They're incredibly superficial. I was constantly getting rejected, and they made me feel small instead of feeling big. So my frequency was lower, my confidence was lower, and I just constantly felt like I was chasing being chosen, and that's not a good feeling at all. And I think it's something that we don't even realize that we're doing sometimes. But I'm here to tell you right now that being on the apps is kind of like you're chasing to be chosen. So not only were dating apps making me question my own worth, but I also started to realize that this chronic dating culture that we are experiencing right now is actually incredibly unnatural. When was the last time in human history of humans being alive on this planet that someone had 5 first dates in 1 week? You know, this is a new thing. It's only been, dating apps have been around for a while, but it's only really been in the last 5 to 10 years that they've really started ramping up and becoming mainstream. People used to get dates through mutual friends, third spaces, maybe getting introduced through a family member, work, school, just being out and about. Now everybody feels like they can't approach people, like they have to go on the apps. And then they also feel like in order to find the person that they want, they have to chronically be dating. There's these dating gurus out there that are saying that it's a numbers game. I don't believe that anymore. I think the chronic dating that we're doing is incredibly unnatural, and you have to understand, our brain is made of ancient material. Like, we're running on an ancient software system here. Our brains have not evolved to the technology we have created, and they're not going to for quite some time. We're not used to it, and that's why dating feels hollow. That's why dating is unsuccessful. That's why relationships are having so much trouble, because we feel like we have so much choice, when the reality is we don't. There's not many quality people on the planet, first of all. So it's like finding a needle in a haystack. But especially, there's not many quality people on the dating apps. And after 15 years of being on the dating apps, because I'm gay, you know, being gay, you have to kind of be on the dating apps to date. But after 15 years of doing that, I never really found a lot of quality people on there, and it's the same to this day. I mean, yeah, of course there's quality people on there. There's always outliers. But they're hard to find. And not only that, but they're also kind of brainwashed by this idea that they have a lot of choices. So why would a quality person choose you? They don't know that you're quality. They could be just as skeptical, just as scared. So just get off the dating apps. There's no reason to be on there. I am spiritual, so of course, I think if the universe wants me to be with somebody, it's gonna have me be with somebody. So I'm just gonna let it happen naturally. I'm not gonna try, I'm not gonna search. I'm just gonna be, and I'm gonna work on myself. Now, if you're not into the spiritual stuff, I totally get it if you don't vibe with that. You can think of it like this. Go ahead and search about some amazing love stories that have occurred, and a lot of them were just unexpected, out of the blue. But another thing you have to accept is that if you do that, if you just let it happen and give full control to life itself or the universe, whatever you believe, that it may not happen for you. But if it will happen, it might take years to occur, and that's just something that you have to accept. You can't rush these types of things. Number 2, I really started to work on my purpose and live out my purpose and drown in it. I let myself drown in my purpose. I started working on my goals really hard every single day. Why? Because I created the space for that. I'm no longer spending extra time and energy dating or searching, which actually takes a lot of time and energy. Now, I'm working hard towards something that I want. And that is this YouTube channel and my TikTok and my Instagram. Go check out my socials. This is what I'm working hard towards every day, even on the weekends. And that is what will get you successful, is when you put all of your energy into your goals. Get rich. Get wealthy. And when you are living your purpose, when you are living what you're meant to be doing, that is when you will bump into someone special. That is when you will bump into somebody high quality. You see it all the time. And if you don't bump into somebody high quality then, that's why it's important to be completely happy single. But this is what is making me whole and fulfilled. I've never been more whole and fulfilled in my life. And it's because I'm finally deciding to work on myself and what I love and what my heart is telling me to do. The more videos I post, the more content I put out there, the more confident I become. The less I care about what others are thinking about me. And it's just been an amazing experience. My whole perspective on life has changed. And as a new content creator, I'm telling you right now, that creating content, putting content out there has changed my life. I actually recommend it to anybody. If you have something to say, if you have a niche you want to talk about, try content creation, because it has changed my life. And you know what? If it doesn't go off, if I don't become famous or whatever, that's okay with me, because I fucking love doing this. I do it on the weekend. I do it in my free time now. I no longer have to try to convince myself. I'm less burnt out. Why? Well, I quit smoking weed, number one, and number two, I'm staying single, and I'm not dating, and I'm not putting energy towards anyone except myself. Number three, I finally realized that a relationship is not going to make me happy. That is my job. It's my job to make myself happy. Relationship happiness is only temporary. You know, we go through the honeymoon phase, and then real love comes through, seeing your partner through adversity, seeing them go through a difficult time, and seeing how they handle it. And then however they react is if you choose to stay. And then not only that, but you have to keep choosing them every single day, even if it gets hard, even if it gets boring. I'm not saying relationships aren't great, but what I'm saying is, don't ever put your happiness on somebody else. Do not ever let yourself rely on another human being for happiness, because that partner is not always going to be happy. That person might go through long phases of depression or hardships, and you're going to have to hold their hand through that if you are their partner. Relationships are hard work. Your partner might not always be there for you 100% of the time because life is hard. Your partner's going to disappoint you. Your partner is going to hurt you, even if they're healthy for you, even if they're good for you. And you need to realize that relying on them for happiness instead of yourself, it's just not going to turn out well. I think we need to realize that when you build your own foundation of happiness and fulfillment, that will actually benefit your future relationship. So in a way, being single is an opportunity to prepare yourself for your next relationship. It's an opportunity to become fulfilled within yourself so you can hold that responsibility of being a good partner. Because being a good partner means loving your partner unconditionally. There will be so much less pressure if you've got your own thing going on. If you've got your own happiness, your own purpose, your own goals, your own life. There will be way less pressure on the relationship, on your partner, and it will create space in your relationship to be happy together because you're also happy without each other. And it also creates that space for unconditional love, because unconditional love is saying, I love you even if I'm not the one that you want to be with. It gives us the ability to love and let go. And that is something that your partner is really going to love about you. It's going to create more love in the relationship, more appreciation, more respect. And overall, your relationship, actually all your relationships, are going to thank you for it. They're going to be happier and healthier because you're happy and healthy. Number 4, time really does matter. The longer I was single, the happier and more normal it actually became. So as a serial monogamist, as you can imagine, it was incredibly difficult for me to accept my singleness. But I knew I had to stay single because my previous relationship really woke me up. To many things. It taught me that happiness cannot be found in a relationship necessarily, because she made me feel the most lonely that I have ever felt in my life, even being alone. So it kind of taught me that even if you have someone, you're not necessarily happy. But the longer I was single, it took me literally a year to be okay with this, Before that, I was just like, it felt really unfair. I felt frustrated at the universe, because all I want is to give my love to somebody, and it's just not happening for me. But when I finally accepted it, well, it took a year, and the biggest way that I did accept it, again, was living out my purpose. So just try it. Just give yourself 1 year. See how you feel. Let yourself fully comprehend it. Let yourself get used to it. Let it become your new normal. Adapt. Just see how it feels. Give yourself that chance. We live fairly long lives, if we're going to be alive till 90 years old. What's the worst that can happen if you're single just for a year? Just try it. Just resist dating, resist the temptation, and see what happens. Work on yourself, work on your goals. I promise you can't really go wrong with that. This one's kind of a bonus, number 5. I realized that being single wasn't boring. It's just simpler. Being single is simpler. When you're dating, it can be exciting. It can make you feel alive when you meet somebody new and they're making you feel all these special ways, especially when you don't know your own worth. If somebody is showing you that they think you're valuable, then I guess you are. But another truth about dating is that it can cause a lot of chaos, drama, unnecessary harsh feelings, especially today with ghosting, breadcrumbing, other people not knowing what they want, showing you that you're amazing and then pulling away. It can also be hurtful to date. And I'm telling you, we don't have the energy or the time to be hurting, because we need to use that energy and that time to work towards our goals, to work on ourselves, to become better people. I promise you that's going to be so much more valuable in the long run than all this dating. This video is obviously for people who have been in the dating game and they're struggling. It's not necessarily for people having success on dating apps, but also if you're having success and it's just been casual, maybe put that energy somewhere else. Being single isn't boring. It's just another way of living. And it's so much simpler. Because, okay, if you have kids, it's a little bit different, but if you're single without kids, all you have to worry about is yourself. That's it. It's so simple, so easy. And once you get comfortable with it, and you start to find other things that will fulfill you, other things that make you feel alive, you might not even want to go back. You'll be okay to meet somebody naturally, even if it takes 5 to 10 years. You'll be okay with that, I promise you. I stopped chasing and I started becoming. I stopped fighting to be chosen and I started choosing myself. I hang out with my friends. I join third spaces. I go out to eat, even if it's by myself. Actually, one of the things I've been doing a lot is facing my fears. This summer I faced my fear of roller coasters. Now I want to face my fear of propeller planes, really small planes. And then after that, I would love to face my fear of skydiving. It actually opens up your brain to doing a lot more things. And you learn to make connections that are non-romantic, which is actually a really important skill. To be able to make connections that are just platonic, where there's really no expectation. And I think we're losing that these days because of the lack of third spaces and, of course, social media. But it's important to catch up on your skills of just having friends and regular connections. And I just started enjoying the smaller things in life. Waking up in the morning, sipping my coffee, cuddling with my cat. I love that. That is just such a simple joy that life gives me every single day. And if I were worrying about a person not texting me back or something along those lines, I wouldn't be able to enjoy those little things because I'd be thinking about other things. I'd be thinking about the bigger issues. I would have other problems. Other little things you can enjoy. How the sun comes into your windows and hits your wall. I don't know, I think that is such a vibe. I just enjoy myself. I watch Outdoor Boys at night now. If you don't know Outdoor Boys YouTube channel, he did quit, but he has tons of awesome content. I watch him, it's so entertaining, it's so cozy, especially in the winter. I go skateboarding, but, simple things. Whether it's just a phone call from your mom, or drawing, or enjoying how the water touches the rocks. You start to enjoy the little things that life has to offer. And that's where true gratitude comes from. True appreciation for life. That's living. Sometimes living and being alive is not about the big things, like finding your soulmate or reaching your goal. Life is more about the journey. The destination is the journey. So enjoy the process. And one day, I can't promise you, but one day, most likely, if you are really meant for more and you are living out your purpose and you're doing big things, one day you will have a love story, a really amazing, crazy love story. And you can share that with people while you're sharing your creativity. I mean, that's way better than saying, yeah, I met my soulmate by being desperate on a dating app. But yeah, that's how I became happy single finally. I never thought it could happen. I never dreamed that it could happen. But if it could happen for me, a 15-year serial monogamist, it can happen for you. If you liked this, if you resonated with it, if you got value from it, please like and comment. Tell me your experience. Tell me things that you've learned being single or dating. Whatever you'd like to tell me, I'd love to hear about it. Until next time, I really appreciate you tuning in, especially as a smaller channel. I'm working hard. And it seems like nothing is happening. But, I'm trying my best, and I'm just enjoying the process. Like I said, you just have to enjoy the process. The destination is not 1 million subscribers. The destination is my journey and process to get there. And just remember that. And until next time, enjoy your life.